welcome to Fight Forum. My name is Andre Jacobs, and it's about time we talk about Khamzat Chimaev, the welterweight, middleweight, whatever weight fighter who has been smashing everyone in his path. He truly has been 2020's breakout star. Whether it's destroying Rhys McKeon, John Phillips, or absolutely eviscerating Gerald Meerschaert, Khamzat Chimaev has been an absolute juggernaut in the 170 pound and 185 pound division. The main problem for Khamzat Chimaev is that he just doesn't seem to be able to get a fight, and he's called out every single person you can think of. He's called out Nate Diaz, he's called out Chris Weidman. Hell, he's even called out Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson, guys, the nicest guy in MMA. He can't get a fight. So why can't Khamzat get a fight? Is it because people are scared? I highly doubt it. Is it because he's the next coming of John Jones or whoever you consider to be the greatest fighter of all time? Not so much. I don't think that's the case. The problem with Khamzat is that he is a high risk, low reward. You lose to him, you help him get up the rankings. You beat him, then you've beaten an unranked fighter. It doesn't really do much for the guys he's calling out. So what do you do with a guy who's as talented as he is, but no one really wants to or feels the need to fight him? Well, luckily for us, the UFC has a plethora of talent at welterweight and middleweight. But let's have a look at welterweight instead, because that's where I think his career will progress the most. There are some serious challengers in that division who could really give him a good test. So first up, Geoff Neal. He is the silent destroyer of that division, the dark horse, if you will. He has been exceptionally impressive since he got into the UFC, either knocking out or absolutely battering his opponents. His kickboxing is kiss the fingers, and he has a lot of power in his hands and his kicks. I haven't seen too much of his grappling game, but we haven't really needed to see it. I believe he's got a submission victory in the UFC, but there's a difference between taking someone down and getting a submission and beating the fuck out of them and just deciding to take their neck in the process. We haven't seen Neal fight in a while due to a really bad injury that he suffered, and he was in hospital for quite a while following it. But he would provide a real stern test for Khamzat, and he's a ranked fighter as well, which is exactly what Khamzat wants. Next up on our list is Neil Magny, and unlike a lot of fighters, Neil has been very steadfast in saying that he wants to fight Khamzat, and he's just waiting for a contract. And he is an interesting style matchup for Khamzat because he's got a lot of things going for him. He's the far more experienced fighter. He's dangerous in all areas, but the thing I love about Neil Magny is that he's a very structured fighter in the sense that it's not essentially free-flowing. He's thinking all the time, and he knows exactly what he's doing inside of the octagon. It may not be the flashiest, but it's efficient. And if he's able to neutralize the things that Khamzat is good at, particularly his offense, because no one's really had the chance to see his defense, that could be a really interesting learning experience for us and for Khamzat as a fighter. And last on our list is Santiago Ponzinibbio. Now, if you've completely forgotten who he is, we totally understand. He hasn't fought since 2018 when he knocked out Neil Magny, who we just mentioned a minute ago. However, if you're not aware of Santiago Ponzinibbio and you want to see some real violence, then the Argentinian is a knockout artist in every sense of the word. His hands are destructive, man. His hands are super destructive. The problem is that he can't get into the octagon because he's injured, and I'm afraid that the division has passed him by. He was at one point, he was really considered to be a contender in the division, but because he hasn't fought in such a long time, the division doesn't really think about him anymore. We've got the likes of Gilbert Burns, Colbert Covington, Leon Edwards, Khamzat Chimaev. See where I'm going with this? However, that doesn't take away from his talent, and his skills as a striker could provide a lot of problems for Khamzat. He's not bad in terms of grappling, but where he really excels is in the striking. And after what Khamzat did to Gerald Meerschaert, I want to see more of that from him. I want to see more of that, and I think Santiago Ponzinibbio can definitely bring it out of him. Who do you want to see who Khamzat Chimaev fights next? I'm sure that you've got a few options of your own. Let us know in the comment section. If you like the content we're bringing out, please like, subscribe, share, comment, all that lovely stuff. We'll see you soon. Take care.